Hey, what's going on, brothers? Thank you for tuning in to the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video for a particular group of men who might have came into this, this red pill knowledge a little bit late in life, or it might have been in front of their face the whole time, but they refused to ingest it. Life happens. We have guys that have been married, believing in something that was unreal to an extent, because nature overrules everything. We all kind of are familiar with a female's nature, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing to understand her, because you can make things work according to what you want, in the long run. But we must know that nothing's definite. The woman, her nature is like the waves of the water. It's not solidified in logic. She's an emotional creature. But this video is going to be my take on how to, I don't even know how to say it. I'm trying to give you the title of the video right now, but how to dominate a woman as a red pill man in a relationship. It's not like, we can take this red pill and then had a family prior to the knowledge and get up and leave. You can't do that. And then here in Babylon, America, you're going to be punished severely for that. And then who wants to leave their children? What man, contrary to popular belief, what man wants to just, get up and run from his children? That's contradictory of what manhood actually is. Even though these women make it difficult, and they make it seem as though that's what the issue is. And we all know what the real deal is. That the bitch is difficult, she's disobedient, unsubmissive, etc. Essentially running the father of the child out of her life. And she does it in a very manipulative fashion. A woman always does things in a way, because it's like they're stupid, but they're so smart. They do things in a way, premeditatedly, to prepare a victim card. Even though they might have egged it on, even though they might have been in full conscious thought of what they might have been doing, they always prepare that victim card and how they move, so that they can be the victim and you can be the big bad man. But like I said, I'm gonna discuss some things that I've done, because the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill has been in a relationship since he was 19. I met my woman when I was 19. You would think, after seeing my parents' failed marriage, well, quite essentially my mother leaving my father and raking him over the coast, that I would have learned from that lesson, but of course not. Young, dumb, full of cum, don't want to peep game, don't want to listen. I had a father who was telling me, my father used to tell me all the time, there's only three things that you are to a woman: a sex toy, a checkbook, and disrespected. That was one mantra he used to always tell me. Another one was, you have two strikes against you in this world. You a man and you are black. These things, I used to hear them. For any young brothers that are listening, these things are very true. But you'll come to fully understand them as you live life a little longer. But this video, like I said, I want to discuss some ways to dominate your woman in a relationship. Okay? And it's not foolproof, because we know if a woman wants to leave, her hypergamy is always her nature. But you can control that hypergamy through particular methods of dominance, that she can somewhat be in your corner. Now, don't get me wrong, I work 70 hours a week. I could be leaving, and my neighbor could be sliding his dick up in my woman. Anything could be going on. Who knows? There are signs, but who knows? Especially dealing with the woman. So first thing you have to do is know that you can't have 100% faith in no one. Okay? You got to desensitize yourself. Because once you understand her nature, you'll mentally understand and mentally begin to prepare yourself for that heartbreak in that event. You know? Always think the worst. Always. In any way that you can cheat, or in any amount of time that you can get into something else, know that you can possibly do the same. Even if it's not nothing going on. You know, even if it's not, just always have that in the back of your head. And it will mature you in a particular way. Can't really put my finger on it, but it will mature you to where it won't destroy you in the event that happened. Secondly, we must understand there's always a dominating force in a relationship. Okay, there's no 50-50. It's either, when you have a coin, a relationship is like a coin. You have a head and you have a tail. The difference is the head should always rule. And you as a man, you have a certain build of cognitive thinking and a certain conscious level to where you are innately and naturally supposed to lead this woman. A woman is not supposed to lead you, brother. And if she is, you are simping. You are simping. Okay? Now, as I was speaking earlier, I just lost track of thought. I'm driving to work, some traffic. As I was speaking earlier, a lot of us brothers, we know to deal with these women. And, you know, some of us done got married already, done had children. Me, myself, I have a child. And I've been in a relationship with this woman for 8 years. Been through hell and back in these 8 years. But we're still here, you know. Like a marriage, but everything short of the state contract that could potentially fuck me up. Which I'm not looking towards fulfilling. That marriage license. I'm not going to do that. But we got to refer to scriptures. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. But when we also read the scriptures, we also know that it is the man's natural place to keep order in this house. And part of your household is that woman. You got to keep her in order. Now, it's a very, it's tricky. Because I'm not going to lie. My first 4 years, so probably more than that, I probably just start coming to this red pill knowledge firsthand in my life, ingesting it and noticing something's fucked up and something's horribly wrong and not right. And maybe until after being my woman for 8 years, so maybe after the 6th year. You know, and that level of discomfort and that tiptoeing around certain subjects and that, you know, asking and it's almost like it's socially in America, it's like a role reversal. You gotta ask your woman if you can do this. You gotta ask your woman to let her know and communicate. The first thing you have to do, and this is the difficult thing, when it's already there, trying to reverse that to putting yourself back in a place of dominance. It can be done, but a lot of it's mental. A lot of it's mental. Okay, one thing that I do, you know, after accepting the fact that this bitch can't be unpredictable, that anything that she could probably do, she would probably do. She probably will do or probably have done. Get that through your head. Even if she is being faithful for the moment, it could be just for the moment. Okay? The first thing that I like to do in mind fucking this woman to regain dominance over her is you gotta break her. Okay? Now this is the next step. And this is going to sound really cliche, but I'm dead serious. This is something that has to be done. I don't know why, but it's something that has to be done. Okay? You have to fuck your woman. You have to firstly dominate her in bed. You have to fuck this bitch. You have to choke her. You know, rough her up. You have to utterly dominate her. And this is why. Because naturally, when we have sex with a woman, especially when it's a first time thing, or if that sex is real good, it activates the simp button on the man. You know what I mean? It can cause you to simp out. And she knows this. She knows her vagina is a weapon, especially in a relationship. What she will do is if you do something that she wants you to do, she'll try to reward you with that vagina. You know, don't settle for that. Don't settle for that. You know what I mean? If you want it, by all means, take it. But don't take that vagina as a treat or as a reward. You take it because you are a man and you want it. You understand? And just like she'll give it to you when you do things she wants, she will try to deny it and withhold it from you when she's upset or when she's not in the mood. Well, they say it's not in the mood, but it's all honestly. The woman can be tired. Don't get me wrong, it happens. Especially if your woman's out in the working field, which I do not suggest. That's another thing I do not suggest. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But she cannot be in the mood. But for the most part, they try to reward and or punish you with that vagina. Being that that's your woman, you're going to eventually fuck her. And when you do, you have to put it on her ass. I don't care if you need to go take a fucking Viagra. I don't care if you need to go take a natural remedy. You have to destroy her. You have to destroy her and break her. You have to break this vagina, like for real. I'm not gonna get all graphic about it, but if you need to wrap your arms around her throat while you hitting that shit missionary, if you need to try to hurt her, you gotta hurt her. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to just start up and just jam it in there, don't do that. But you gotta rough that thing up, man. You have to. That's the beginning of it, okay? The next thing I want to say is a lot of women hold dominance over men, and men don't understand how they do it. All those check-ins and call me when you get off of work and call me to let me know when you come home. Call me and call. Second thing, and it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to do this or not. But it's something that has to be done in finesse. Don't do it. Me, I work in transportation. I talk to my woman throughout the day, just here and there, check up on my baby, see how my daughter's day was at school. When she picks up my daughter, my woman might be like, all right, call me when you get back to work, so I can turn my truck in and, eventually return home. But I won't call her. I just won't do it. Tell her anything. I intentionally don't do it because I don't got a fucking answer to you. I'm the man. You know what I mean? And then you got to have this attitude. Now, I'm not saying don't call her and then... Now, it's on you. If you want to go... Okay, this is what I'm going to say. It don't matter what you do. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to put it under social standards of what cheating is. Because I don't necessarily believe in monogamy. And I'm going to get into the next step. But I also believe that whoremongering is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be running through a lot of women like that. That was Solomon's sin. And they ultimately could turn you into a simp, because then you would do whatever you can to try to obtain a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it honestly will expend your resources, and it just brings confusion and a lot of chaotic energy into your life. Even if it's just bringing more difficulties out of your woman at the house. But don't call her. You know what I'm saying? Allow her to come to you in a psychological way that asserts a position of dominance over your woman in a mental way. Okay? From that step, what you want to do is begin holding her to the same standards. This is where you got to kind of finesse logic. You got to beat her with a little bit of logic. Finesse her with the same standards that she expects from you. If you have a woman that likes, and God forbid, if you have a woman that likes to be out a lot, has male friends on Facebook, start creeping into that. Start putting your foot down with that shit. Little by little. You don't gotta say, you don't gotta beat your chest and stomp your feet and slap the bitch up or nothing like that. But initially, no. But you can, go through her phone. Go through that woman's phone, yo. Fuck that privacy shit. I'm trying not to be vulgar this video. Part of my language. That's something I need to work on, Be able to conduct my thoughts without a lot of vulgarity. But go through your woman's phone. See where she's at. Go on her Facebook. Go on her social. Don't do it in front of her. Don't do it in front of her. Because then her lying nature will come out, and things could blow up, which would indicate exactly, it would indicate an exposure through her actions, through her reaction if you're going through her phone, of exactly what you're looking for. And it can go left. Because a woman will leave or do some really erratic stuff just because she sees that she's about to be found in error, because women don't want to be wrong. You understand? And when she is wrong, you need to tell her she's wrong. Don't simp out. I don't care if she gets upset. I don't care if she don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and use a little vulgarity right quick. Fuck her feelings. You gotta, when you're in a relationship, you gotta understand your woman so you can understand why she may feel the way she feels, but you are the ultimate judge over her. There are times when you gotta say, no, fuck your feelings, wrong is wrong and right is right. And the best way to do this, to obtain dominance over her, is hold her under the same subjugation that she has attempted or tried to hold over you when you was a blue pill man. Things you didn't think really mattered, when she wanted to go through your phone, when she wanted to check your call history, when she wanted to go on your social media. Okay. Do the same thing to her. See if her whole essence of her friendships are, there ain't no male friends, first of all. If there are any male friends, you subjectify, you subject her and you tell her. You know what I mean? And this is where you beat her down with the same logic that she tries to dominate you with. So you're just basically shifting the paradigm of dominance. You know, you begin to make her answer to you. You begin to make her explain. And your whole defense and reasoning would be, is because these are the things that you've been expecting from me. So what makes you think that you can, don't get me wrong, I'm going to get into the next portion where I talk about, you know, the monogamous standards, because women are to be monogamous, period. Women were created to be with one man. Sexually, yes. Unless he dies, unless she becomes a widow. You understand? But start holding her to the same, in every little, no matter how little and stupid it is, hold her to the same regard. If you call her and she doesn't answer her phone, you notify her. You let her know that you don't approve of that. Look, woman, you answer your phone when I call you, or you reach me back, and you better have an explanation of why you didn't answer your phone. You know? Any discomfort you feel, because men have gut feelings. And it's usually rooted in some truth. You know? Anytime you have a gut feeling, get into her shit, man. You got to. Don't be a simp. That's simping. So you can be in a relationship and not simp, man. But to a certain extent, you kind of get, I'm talking about if you're a man in a long-term relationship or marriage, now we got to keep it real here. The scripture says it's a good thing to find a wife, you know, but on the same note, dealing with a woman, you're going to have to simp a little bit. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. If you're in a long-term relationship or marriage, it's inevitable. To some extent, you can get your point across, you can put your foot down, you can dominate her, but it being your woman, not any woman you're putting your penis in, not any woman that you're meeting, no, dealing with your woman is going to be some simp tendencies here and there that you got, as long as you know what it is. You know when it's happening. Simp tendencies like, she needs something. You know she don't really need it. Or you know that she doesn't need it to the extent that she's making it seem as though she needs it. But to keep the peace and you want to make your woman happy, you might just say, fuck it, just here, man. You know, fuck out my face. I gotta say, give me peace now. You know what I mean? Because in a relationship, you kind of gotta acquiesce a little bit. And it's concerning to what you want to settle for, though. It's to each his own. Because some shit, my nose mean no's, my yes mean yeses. And I can say yes and give you my disapproval of it. You know what I mean? To where if things go wrong, it will solely be on her. And it will be no, mixed feelings about whose fault it is. Because the woman's always going to hold the man at fault. Okay? What's the next thing? So have sex with your woman. First of all, understand that nothing's foolproof concerning a woman. That they can leave, that they can cheat, and they probably will cheat. Expect the worst from her, because that's a woman's nature. Adam didn't expect Eve to, wander off to the other side and entertain another deity. She was only supposed to entertain him. That's another principle. You got to understand, a woman's only supposed to entertain the man she's with. No others. no others, because she's going to do what Eve did. Women can be persuaded. For all my fellow current womanizers and ex-womanizers, I think that's part of and I think that's part of the red pill knowledge. It's going through that phase in life when you just really running through these women. We all been there. Some call it Sonya Wild Oats, you know, the young man, young, dumb, full of cum. You know, a lot of guys, their lives get destroyed through living like this, but a lot of guys can live and tell a handful of stories, and, you know, they're just nothing but memories at this point. No attachments, no kids, you know. But that's part of the red pill knowledge. A lot of married women are cheaters, man. A lot of women who are in relationships, they're cheaters. They get around other men and they complain about the man that they're with to make an excuse to justify their wrongful lust. And they're out of order. They want to, you know, they lie how Satan lies. You know, they try to give alternate perceptions and try to persuade themselves. Women lie to themselves. You know? We all know this, dealing with these women. You know? But, so we know to expect her to do the worst every time. We know to dominate her in bed. You gotta fuck your woman. It don't even gotta be every day. It could be once a week. And it's actually a good thing to fast from having sex with her, because that will begin to kill the symptoms within a man. You know what I mean? Fast. It helps you refocus. Fast from sex for like for 3-4 days. Shit, a week. Shoot, even a month. You know? Why not? Do it. If she steps out on you, then she steps out on you. And that's another thing. Another way to dominate her is to put yourself, and this is where we got to look in the mirror, fellas. We got to put ourselves in a physical, not just physical, but like a financial, whether it's physically, financially, mentally, we got to overall put ourselves in a dominating position over her. You know? Not to refrain from her. Not to put her over her head, but to be a dominating force over her. Let me explain. When I met my woman, I was flipping burgers. You know what I'm saying? I was flipping burgers, Foster's Grill. And she was like a barista at Starbucks. This is like, we was like 19, you know, when we met. Didn't have a car, didn't have much. And it's cool. It's okay. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But over time, I realized that I wanted to make more money. This is why I said this is when we got to look in the mirrors and try to be creators, brothers. We got to try to, this is where you got to try to build yourself up. And it's going to be, a sad thing is, it's harder to do with a woman than it is to do alone. So really, what this portion is really focusing. Don't forget to focus on yourself. Because some things, dominance speaks for itself. In every way, try to make more money than your woman, man. You know, I know that sounds like real flaky, but it is what it is. You know, you gotta play her hypergamy against her. Clean up. If you like your hair cut low, you know, every 2 to 3 weeks, this is what I used to do. Every month I used to get a haircut, fresh fade, and every other week I get a shape up. And I actually got to the point where I invested into my own clippers. You know what I'm saying? My own, I got some Oster T finishers and some Wall Seniors, man. You know, keep up with yourself. That in a way that shows a dominance. Don't be out here looking dusty, man. Keep yourself at the tip top, you know, image. Nothing either more than after a disagreement or a fuss that you clean up and you look good walking out that house. In a way that shows her that you are not downtrodden, that you have dignity and pride and integrity about yourself and your appearance, and that you have no problem. She know you look good, man. That's probably initially why she's with you. She's attracted to you. So always try to keep your attractiveness levels at a high point, or at least maintain it. Now we all get scruffy here and there, you know, but you know, don't let yourself go. You know, do some push-ups, do some cardio, you know, in a way in her eyes that exudes the dominance. Because then you're dominating, you're showing your dominance in yourself. your self-power, your self-will, your self-dignity, your self-integrity. She sees this stuff, man. You know, and it might spark jealousy within her. You want your woman to be jealous of you, man. That's how you know you got her ass for the moment. And women are naturally jealous. But they're stupid because they're naturally polygamous. That's why women tend to go to guys. See, women are jealous because they don't want another woman in their fold. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a woman under your fold. They don't want to have per se, a sister wife. They want to be the one and only. But they're polygamous because women are naturally attracted to men who get a lot of women. So essentially, put yourself in a situation where you can get a lot of women. Save up. Get that car that you want. You know, maybe not the one you want, but one that's within your means. Keep it clean. You know, shave. Stay clean cut. Hit the gym every now and then. Dominate yourself. Or exude dominance within yourself. Okay, so we've been through, trying to keep track of, you know, the things I'm saying. So it's a rant, but I'm trying to give structure to it. First thing, expect the worst. Expect the unexpected from this woman. Nothing's solidified with her. If she does wrong, then okay, then if you think she's doing wrong, she probably is doing wrong. 2, dominate her sexually. 3, damn, where was I on 3? Sorry, fellas. 3, use her logic against her. Subjugate her against the same things that she tried to subjugate you with. Whether it's calling your phone, if you don't answer your phone, she get mad. Call her. Whenever she don't answer her phone, make her answer for that shit. And your whole reasoning will be because this is what you do. This is your logic. So what makes you think you're better than the rules that you quote, the so-called rules that you try to set for me? You know? Do not let her sex be a reward or a punishment. Even though she may think it is, she withholds sex from you. Honestly, brother, that's your sex fast. Retain. Don't masturbate. I don't suggest it. Focus. Begin to focus on you. If she's not having sex with you, then you don't spend time with her. Then you don't reward her with your presence. You understand? If she doesn't have sex with you, you have no reason to even be around her. If she's purposely not having sex with you for manipulative reasons. You punish her with that. So, mentally, you're showing her that shit ain't about to work. You know what I'm saying? That's her job, man. That's her job. To sexually please you as a man. That is her job. Whether she's mad, she's sad, she's angry, it don't matter, dude. You know what I'm saying? What she's expecting you to do is simp for that pussy. She wants you to simp for that vagina. No, they don't work. She shuts it down. No, I wouldn't say take it from her, rape her. Nah, I mean, what the fuck is a rape anyway? And it's your woman. But don't fight for her. She needs to give that shit to you. She needs to give it to you willingly. You know? But yeah, don't simp for it at all, man. Because that's the beginning of you getting turned back out into some blue pill shit. You know? A lot of his brothers have children with the woman. And, you know, if we look at it scripturally, it's not right for you to... I mean, I'm not going to say that, because we go into the scripture that says if a woman goes not how you would want her to write her bill of divorce and put her away. But in this society, you're going to be punished for it. You're going to lose your children for it. You know, it's probably best, because we already know the father hates divorce anyway. Even though majority of it... I'm not going to say even though... Including the fact that majority of it, and knowing the fact that majority of divorces are due to the fault of the woman. So it's not like it's our fault all the way that you know, these women are leaving divorces, which they never should have the power to do. A woman has no power. We read the scriptures, only the man puts away the woman. And the man keeps the children. And the man keeps all that he has. You know, the man might give her the raiment to send her back home, but she's supposed to go back home to her dad. You know what I mean? But we know everything's reversed here in America, and it's not right. But for all the brothers who want to be in their children's lives, who are thinking ahead down the road, like, man, I want to leave this woman, but if I do, my children are going to get turned out. I got to be here for my children. Because I I don't want to say the same thing I heard another brother say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. And he made a damn good video on it. Brother EBM, women are careless. This is why children that are under their care are like getting molested and, you know, bad shit happen. They're leaving the kids in the street. Bad things happen. So a woman, because a woman is not supposed to do it alone, man. A man has to lead and oversee things, or destruction follows. You know, real talk. But I'm trying to think. This can be a conversation that can go on forever and ever. So I'm just gonna part one this. This is gonna be a part one, you know, to this video of this topic. You know, so I hope you gain some information on this. You know, comment, leave your feedback. You know what I mean? And thanks for tuning in to Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. You know, I'm about to go ahead and hit this clock. About to pull into this job, y'all. Shalom. Stay easy. I'll holler at y'all now.